So now what you can do, like I said, so what I'm going to do is any negative comment I'm not responding to, because that's still feeding the genetics of it all. So I'm going to stay on my Instagram as soon as it says notifications. I'm going to look at the hundreds of something people that liked the post, the 50 people that shared it, the people that favored it, the people that put it in their stories, instead of this 1 to 2 to 3 people that says something negative. And now that I know it's their bias that's doing it, the comment gets deleted without a response. I knew I didn't like it and I didn't want it there, but now that I have the information, I know exactly what I'm getting ready to do. And so the other thing that you can do, because again, we have 2 more days of this just from a strategic perspective, is when the negativity shows up, you can speak facts to the negativity. So when I get ready to hit live and I hear don't go live because you're not the one, I can say I got large followers. I'm a micro influencer on 4 different platforms and people are using my information. And I have thousands and thousands of video content that people use as resources every day. So that statement is incorrect. So speak facts to the negativity, because guess what it actually is? A false positive. It's actually a false positive. And that's what's taking place. So remember, we talked about that. Is there a saber-toothed tiger actually coming at me? Or do I feel it, but it's actually not? It's a troll on the internet. That's a false positive. So you just keep doing what you were doing and keep it moving, because people are living in false positives. All right. Thank you so much, ladies and gentlemen. Darnetta, did you have a takeaway? Okay. I know we're not discussing politics, but is this a factor of why ethnic fighting continues across generations? Yes, that is what is taking place as well. I learned to be in the moment today to see a lesson displayed. That's awesome, Darnetta, because that's what I was getting ready to ask you. So all of it, so what's happening, and part of it, Regina, to answer that question, is this conformity bias, and it's also confirmation bias. This is my tribe, this is who I belong to, and this keeps us safe. So if you think about tribal wars, these are things that we have to do to stay safe. And so that's what's taking place. We have to do this to say, stay safe. We live on the west side. We don't mess with people on the east side. We live in this country, so we won't fuck with people in that country. We're this religion, so we won't fuck with people. It was all based upon safety. This is how we maintain our tribe. So we can't do that, but that's not the case anymore, and that's not necessarily true anymore. You don't need that to survive. You don't, and you can't thrive because of it. So that's what's happening. This is the Hatfields and McCoys 101. And that's what's taking place because it's based upon safety. You hear about it. Well, I joined a gang because I needed to be safe in my neighborhood. I joined a mob because of this. And that's what's actually taking place. But it's not true. You don't need it. And that's why people in those situations make dumb decisions, because the amygdala is being hijacked and you just keep making emotional decisions. Everything is emotional. But if you just look at it rationally, you're like, why are we behaving like this? But everybody is living in the amygdala. That's what's happening. I'm living in my crew is better than your crew. It's not. We're all the same, because everybody tribe is the same, doing the same shit. So it isn't different. So let's let the tribes go. Let everybody just, there's only 2 types of people in the world: people personally accountable, living in their frontal lobe, and then people unaccountable, living in their amygdala. That's it. If you look at it from that perspective, it's going to help you have peace. Even when it's just like, well, that's the dumbest shit I've ever seen in my life. It's the amygdala, because who in their right mind, when they say that, it's who in their frontal lobe would make that decision? Who would do something that absurd or asinine? Somebody living in their amygdala. That's how it happened. They did a fight, flight, freeze, or appease response. And the cortisol that just fogged up, looked like somebody hot boxing, smoking a blunt in the car, whole brain fog. And now they're going to make a life-changing decision. What the hell? What were you thinking? You weren't. That's what's actually happening all over. And that should give you peace and solace to understand. So the people who you can talk to and say, hey, you want to rewire the neural pathways of your brain, get out of your amygdala and go to your frontal lobe, go on this morning mental workout. You want that to stop happening for real, forever, ever? Yes. This is how you get it done. This is how we do it. This is how it gets done over here. So go off and have peace today and understand most of the time it's a bias. Most of the time it's coming from the amygdala.